What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. Alright guys, last day before Summer Ibuki and Dhalsim is over, and we're going to be getting a scheduled maintenance coming up, and Gouken should be dropping. Now, I did talk a little bit about Gouken and his lore, so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Master to Ryu and Ken, Kuma's brother, plays a heavy role in the Street Fighter lore and is probably going to be one of the most broken characters we're going to get in quite some time. And with that being said, I kind of want to do what I normally do. Haven't had a chance to do it yet, but shout out to Tixis for providing these stills and translations from the Chinese or Taiwanese version. I'm going to show you guys what his kit looks like. Now, keep in mind, the kit may change. We don't know what his cars are going to be, and also noting that the translation is fairly bad. So some of these things I'm not going to understand fully, but we're going to see him tomorrow anyways. But I want to give you a heads up on whether he's worth like being hyped for or not. So first thing I tell you, in this version, he is a trigger character. So he is, again, an Evil Ryu MH Ken style character where he does a lot of trigger attacks based on other people doing combos, which is actually a good thing. But we don't know exactly what his full kit will be. I can just show you guys what he currently does have. So let's jump into that right now. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Let's start off with his super called True Wave Fist. I don't know what this must kill is. This is interesting saying right there, but accumulate the power and hit with the True Wave Fist, causing 700% damage of lightning damage specifically, so thunder damage in our case. To the nearest target, it has a 40 base chance to add a layer of shock and then gains a thunder shield. Okay, so I'm assuming that thunder shield is probably similar to what OG Blanket gives, so like electrified shield or whatever. Gains one layer of toughness improvement after casting. So toughness looks like it's either a new mechanic or it's damage resist or defense in our case for the English version. And then in the state of void power, an extra layer of hit drop will be added to the enemy target. So this is probably another move that is added in on top of what he already does. My assumption. Now there's two unique little things here. So there's void power and Shocking Knight. Shocking Knight is every time you receive an attack, you receive an additional attack times 10 lightning damage. Stacking up to 10 layers, lasting 6 seconds. So I assume here you could stack whatever this is here and perform times 10 attack or times 10% more lightning damage based on this move here. Again, not 100% sure what that is based on or if that's even correct. Toughness enhancement meeting. Toughness increased by 10%, lasts for 10 seconds. So I'm assuming that's going to either be damage resist or defense. And then he also, and that can stack up to 3 times, so 30% total, last 10 seconds. And then void power. Each layer increases damage by 5% and critical damage by 5%. And each time it causes damage, it will have a 0.05 of its maximum life value probably go down. So I assume this is going to be reduced every time you do damage with it for 10 turns. That's the best translation I can do for you guys here. So I assume that's probably going to be it. It looks like a very powerful move, to be honest with you, for especially a super. So we'll see how this works out. But this is like Evil Ryu, where this is the only move he has available to him. The rest is all going to be triggers, okay? So speaking of triggers, you can see here the skill is the number 2 position in the combo chain. It will be activated after a teammate casts combo 1. All right, so unleashes 2 waves of, this is Ki Jong, to deal a heavy blow to the nearest target, causing them to receive 550% of damage from the attack, and a 40% chance to add a layer of shock. Gain 1 thunder shield, damage goes up to 605, base chance of shock goes up to 70% instead of 40%, and then he does the whole Shocking Knight thing. So another trigger skill with shock value. So I'm curious to see how well he'll work with T Cammy, because she does have everything on her kit based on shock, right? So will be interesting to see how well she works with him. Too bad he's a master instead of a thunder unit, because we just got a thunder unit, which was, you know, Mummy Dhalsim. It would have been nice to have a better thunder unit, obviously, but here we are. We know he's going to be master most likely. Okay, moving on to his Forbidden Hand Rising Dragon. So his Shoryuken essentially. So this is another trigger skill. Whenever somebody does a combo 2, he'll perform this as well. Okay, so really good slot to have that in. Unleashes the Rising Dragon Fist at an angle where the enemy has no defense to deal a heavy blow. So I'm curious to see if he actually reduces defense to 0, or if that's just the way they wrote the actual skill, right? Causing him to take damage equal to 10.5% of his attack. So I wonder if that's, again, a multiplication based off of his total attack, times 8 hits. Each layer of Gang Lei Gang increases the damage of this by, it looks like it says 5%. Not sure what Gang Lei Gang is. Sounds like a pretty dangerous gang, to be honest with you guys, but that's essentially going to be what improves the damage of the skill. Each layer of Gang Lei Gang increases the damage of the skill by 7%. Level 3 in the state of Void Power, the damage of the skill is increased by 50%. Now, Void Power didn't really explain how you get into this position. I'm assuming he either has to take fatal damage or this is part of his passive. So let's find out. Okay, so speaking of his passive, so Vadra Body, when you have Ganglade Gang, each layer provides three. Sounds like gangrene, like if you have diabetes or something. It's crazy. Provides 3% damage reduction and 3% toughness. So okay, so damage reduction is not toughness. So maybe that's defense then, and reduces the maximum HP 0.03% for each damage received, and can stack up to 10 layers. Okay, so this part I don't understand. It reduces the maximum HP times 0.03%. I wonder if that's reducing the maximum HP of the opponent or your HP. That'd be kind of interesting. So when receiving fatal damage, activate Vadra Body, restores 20% of max HP, become invincible for 2 seconds, remove all thunder effects gained, and gain a shield of your maximum HP times 10% of your maximum HP, times the number of layers of Thunder Shield Bolt, and convert Thunderbolt into the same number of layer of nothingness. It can be triggered once per battle. Wow, okay, so he pretty much becomes immortal. So another like Sagat, Virgil kind of move, but with a lot more utility this time. When using Ganglade Gang, gain an additional shield of 3% of maximum HP. Now when a teammate takes fatal damage, they do the same thing. Wow. That passive is crazy good. Really, really good passive. Okay, they're really throwing out a lot of stuff before the Ninja Turtles, huh? Okay, and here is his FS30 plus 5. He provides the support fighter the block rate up by 8% and dodge rate by 8%. Wow, that's really good. Okay, good for tanks, obviously. When using a skill, add a layer of Thunder Shield to the teammate with the lowest HP, so there's more survivability for your team. Each layer of Void Power gains an additional 10% damage increase of its own toughness, and the Void Power state, it will recover 5% of health when produces a critical hit and has Thunderbolt. So, again, a lot more survivability and damage this time around. And then all skills will add an additional damage of their own shield value times 20%. Wow. Okay. Yeah. He's looking pretty damn good, guys, not going to lie. So he looks like he's going to be a mixed bag of a couple things. He looks like he's going to be a tank, a DPS, a mortal character for a little while, kind of like Virgil and Sagat. Maybe not as prevalent in terms of time frame. Way better than Virgil's, not as long as Sagat's, because Sagat has intervals for his. Just like Sagat's, though, he's going to provide an HP heal, but not a shield. So Sagat does not have a shield. Looks like he does, and he's going to be a trigger character, so all very big things for him obviously to have. So Gouken looking really, really good, guys. Am I going to pull for him? I'll see when he drops. I'm going to see if this is a character that I'm going to be going all in for, or if I'm going to be saving my stuff for the TMNT. Now keep in mind though, TMNT may also have a special currency rather than have a currency that we use currently, which is the limited cards. So keep that in mind, guys. But it doesn't hurt to save just in case, because obviously Gouken will still be around even after they drop. All right, guys, this is Pain. I'll see you guys in the next video. Very excited tomorrow for Gouken, and I'm hoping that we get a lot of good events and some good loot with it as well. All right, I'll talk to you in the next one.